Happy New Year and welcome to 2025. Hey, friend, hey. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. You already know you're a real one and I appreciate you. If you are new here, welcome to My Ambitious Plans. I'm G. Marie, a millennial wife and mom of two, and I am on an ambitious journey to become debt free before I turn 45. On my channel, we talk about all things digital planning, personal finance with an emphasis on budgeting, and every now and then you'll probably see me do some DIY projects. So since I'm setting up a brand new budget planner for a brand new year, I'm going to go ahead and start with my financial goals. I like to keep it nice and simple and easy peasy lemon squeezy. I set my goals under the categories of income, savings, investments, debt reduction, and then budget. Just to keep it, have some consistency throughout the years. And it just makes it easier for me to set my financial goals. Quite honestly, I find it really easy just setting it under those 5 categories. But I am doing something a little different this year. I am throwing a monkey wrench into my journey. And instead of looking at my financial goals over the year of 2025, I recently adopted the 12-week year framework where I'm currently looking at my personal life goals in 12-week sprouts. So I wanted to, just kick my finances into high gear and see what I can accomplish if I apply that same framework to my financial goals. Rather than looking at it for the entire 2025, I want to chunk it down and go in 12-week spurts. So I think this can be either highly effective or it could be a complete freaking disaster. But either way, you guys are going to see how it works out. I'm going to take you on the journey with me. I'm just going to take you guys with me. And at the end, we can either laugh about it, cry about it, or sip some wine about it. My financial goals for the next 12 weeks is for my income goal. I want to bring in at least $15,000 over the next 12 weeks. So by the end of the next 12 weeks, which I believe the end of that will be like around March 25th or 26th, within that week is the end of my 12 weeks. So that is my deadline. And there is space here for me to go ahead and add some information as to some tasks or little mini projects that I need to do in order for me to achieve this goal. So yes, within the next 12 weeks, I need to make 15K. And then for my savings goal, which is basically my emergency fund, but I changed my emergency fund's name from emergency fund to solution fund or solution money because emergency fund just wasn't really sitting right with me and my soul anymore. I felt like I didn't really want to have my money attached to the word emergency. So in this season, I decided to go ahead and change it to solution fund because I see it as that's what this savings account, my high yield savings account, my solution fund is. It is a solution to a problem. Whatever problem arises to where I need to use this money, it is the solution to that problem. So that's why I decided to name it my solution fund. Over the course of the next 12 weeks, I want to save $1,500 in that account. For those of you who are new here, I did suffer a job loss towards the end of 2024, which really set me back financially. I did deplete my emergency fund, which is now my solution fund. So I need to replenish it. I need to rebuild it back up. So that is what this is all about. And then for my investments goal, I want to invest $600 into an investment account. I'm not sure which ones I want to allocate it to. I have a few. I'm not sure if I want to, split it up between Zion's 5 to 9, my Roth, or maybe some taxable joint accounts that I have with my husband. Not sure yet, but more than likely it'll probably all go to my Roth because I still need to finish off my 2024 contribution. Now let's get over to my debt reduction goal. I want to reduce my debt by $2,000 over the course of the next 12 weeks. This is a very ambitious goal, but like I said, I'm throwing a monkey wrench in there. So we'll either cry about it, laugh about it, or sip some wine about it at the end of these 12 weeks. So, but I really need to light some fire. I need to get some really good traction, big traction in my finances. And I want to start right now. So that's why I am being very ambitious with these goals. But I really do believe that if I sit down and I focus, I can really, really sit down and, achieve these ambitious goals. So for my budget goal, I want to reduce my variable expenses by 3% because in 2024, my variable expenses was high, very kind of disappointed in myself. So I really want to do tighten that up a little and start to try to reduce my variable expenses, which is including like my discretionary spending, like eating out, my Red Bulls, my coffees, and all that extra stuff. So I really want to get a little bit more control over how that money is being spent and just, yeah, work on that. So that is my budget goal for the next 12 weeks. I want to reduce my variable expenses by 3%. And then there is one more goal box for those who may need it. Like I said, every year I only do 5. So that's my 5. And for all of these, the deadline will be the same, the 3/26. And I will later off camera, I will, come in and fill these in with the tasks and the certain little projects or whatever I need to do in order for me that's going to help me achieve these goals as well too. I already have some ideas or, pretty much wrote down some stuff that I know I need to do. Like for instance, I need to have a no spend month. I need to get back into my savings challenges. I need to increase the hours that I'm working currently at my job, like pick up some extra hours and stuff like that. So, and also just be a little bit more intentional. That's my word for the year, intentional with how I am going out there, bringing in the money as well as spending it. Just making sure that it goes to where I truly, truly want it to go. I want to be intentional with my money. And of course, these 12-week goals do at the end of 2025, they do, add up to a more cumulative number of stuff, like a whole bunch of numbers more cumulatively. But for right now, I just wanted to break them down into a little bit more manageable, bite-sized chunks for me to give me a nice propel and some traction. I am pretty much, raising the bar on how I am going about being intentional with my money in 2025. I'm raising the bar exceptionally high. So that's where this monkey wrench is coming from. Next, I am going to go over and fill in my bill tracker. I'm going to do my bill tracker and my subscription tracker. I already started this one, my subscriptions. Some people use these monthly. You can use this monthly, but I just use it. Basically, I fill out all my bills and I just list the bill, the day is due, and the amount. But if you wanted to use it monthly, you can use this column right here just to, keep a record of what bill got paid and what didn't. So I'm just going to go ahead and list out my bills. And for bills, I like to list them in like hierarchy of priority. So of course, I got my 4 walls, got to make sure I have a roof over my head. And that is due. I like to have that on the 31st. And mine is 850. Once I got the roof over my head, I need to make sure that I can get to and from work so I can make money to eat. So I need to make sure that my car is good. My car note, Blue Note. His name is Big Blue, so I call it Blue Note. And I know I spelled blue. I know it's EU. That's how I spell blue. Well, for my Big Blue at least. And then so for Blue Note is due on the 16th. Okay, so we have my utilities, my water. The water is quarterly, and this is an average. My Wi-Fi. Need that internet. Where would I be without YouTube? Daddy, where would I be without Daddy YouTube? Okay, so Wi-Fi is due on the 7th, and that is 65.95. And then I go ahead and I list my subscriptions, which I already did. So I have a couple of subscriptions. Let's see, we have most of them are monthly. I do have 2 that are yearly, which is my BJ's and my Amazon Prime. I did recently just cancel Kindle yesterday, trying to save some money where I can, and Kindle was on the chopping block. This is where I like to come first. So when I'm looking for things to be cut or things to go, this is like one of the first places I'll come to is my subscriptions category, because more than likely there's something in there that's probably no longer serving me. But now that I went ahead and entered my bills and my subscriptions on their dedicated pages, I am going to actually head over to my financial overview. And in here is where I entered my starting savings balance, my starting net worth, and my starting debt amount. So this is my current starting debt amount is 15,280, and this is my starting savings balance. We got to bring that back up. Gotta bring that back up. That's no good. That's not a good look. And these are my 5 financial goals for 2025. I did go ahead and enter them on this page as well. Since I am applying the 12-week year framework to my finances, these quarter pages are going to be golden for me because I am working in spurts of 12 weeks. And this is the quarter page. It does have all 4 quarters. So it has quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and then quarter 4. So a priority for me for 2025 is going to be reducing my debt. So that's what we're going to head over to next. So this is the debt overview page. And on this page, I just go in and I fill in my creditor, which one is Capital One. Due date is the 27th. And I have to go check on the minimum because that's pretty much, I did a balance transfer. So I have to go ahead and check on that. And then the next is for Big Blue and monthly payment is $200. Due date is the 16th. And on this page as well too, if you go ahead and click go, it's going to take you to the debt snowball tracker for that account. So for Capital One, my total balance is $6,100 and the due date is the 27th. The interest rate is 0 because like I said, I did do a balance transfer, but 0 interest for 18 months. I do want to have this paid off in 15 months to give myself, some grace and leeway and, to hurry up and get it out the way. So that is going to lead me to around April 2026. And as I go ahead and make payments on this account, you'll see me fill in the tracker. I can't wait to start coloring this in. Like, I really, really cannot wait to start coloring this in. So this is my debt snowball 1. And if we go back to this page, if I click on the go, it's going to take me to account number 2, which was Acura. And I have a balance up with them for $9,180. So that is due on the 16th. I have to check the interest rate. My goal payoff date is to have that paid off by 2026. I need to be a little bit more specific, but I have to go do some math to go see which month I can pretty much hopefully knock this out by in 2026. So once again, once I start making some payments for 2025 and start coloring this in, I'm going to take you guys on that nice journey with me. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel so you can get all these nice little updates because I am here for accountability. I need you guys to keep and hold me accountable to what I'm coming up here saying behind this camera. So go ahead, make sure you subscribe so you can be my accountability partner. And if you take note, these 2 numbers right here, the 9,180 and the 6,000 plus the 6,100, those 2 numbers add up to give me the number of my starting debt in 2025 that I did enter over here on my financial overview, the 15,280. Those 2 numbers add up and that's what is giving my starting debt amount for 2025. So next I am going to go ahead and set up my savings, the $1,500 in the solution fund. I gotta cover that up. Matter of fact, let's do it right now. Get a nice white box. Let's go ahead and cover up emergency. Right now, we are going to rename this our solution fund because that is what it will be, a solution to whatever problem arises for me. So let's go ahead and find a nice font. Let's see, find a nice text font. We said solution, right? So our solution fund, I don't know if that's going to show right. Solution, if you're able to see that clearly. So like I said earlier, I do have a 12-week goal of $1,500. So I'm just going to put that in here for right now. Of course, at the end, this all adds up to a more cumulative number at the end of the year. So goal end date is going to be 3/26/25. Okay. And monthly saving goal, I have to go over my finances right now. So I have to do my January budget. So I will have to hold off on that right now because I don't know if it'll be the same amount consistently every month or just, because my pay is, it varies because I do be picking up like extra hours and stuff like that. Okay. And this is going to be in my high yield savings account with Capital One. Now that that's filled out, as I go ahead and make deposits, I will keep track with this tracker. January, I will be contributing to my Christmas fund. It came in handy big time for 2024. So I want to make sure that I implement it again this year. So my goal for 2025 is going to be $600. And I want to use this tracker as a way to help keep me motivated and, gamify it a little, but also keep track of how much I have saved so far. So this is going to be my Christmas fund savings tracker, which, is right here with under savings with my solution fund. Also for the month of January participating in a no spend month because I need to be more intentional, like I said, with my money. So I am doing a no spend month. And the things that and my no buy products are I cannot shop on Amazon for anything that is outside of like household necessities, like because we get our paper towel and our toilet paper like on subscribe and save. So no impulsive shopping on Amazon, no impulsive shopping anywhere like CVS, Target, Walmart, any of that stuff. So those are my no buy. And then the exceptions, like I said, is my subscribe and save, which is on Amazon, or anything that is a necessity for the house and we need. And my reason why is because Zion's birthday is at the end of January, and there's something special that I really want to get him. So this will help me prepare for that. So this will help me. The money that I'm saving for my impulse shopping will help me save and get the gift that I want to get for my son for his birthday. So this is my no spend so far for January. I started January 1st and it ends on January 31st. And I want to do one of these at least once every quarter. Take a month to do some money fasting or something. And I will definitely be partaking in the 52-week savings challenge again this year. It did wonders for us last year. This is how I was able to fund Zion's 529 in my Roth last year, was doing the 52-week savings challenge. So I felt shy a couple of weeks in 2024 because I did lose my job. I did have the job loss towards the end of the year. It kind of messed things up, like with saving and stuff like that. It just wasn't a priority at the time. So yes, definitely will be doing the 52-week savings challenge again this year. I am thinking very, very heavy if I want to do the 100 envelope challenge. I'm debating. I don't know, because now it's beyond ambitious now. Now I'm just like shooting for the goddamn moon. So I don't know. I'm still skeptical about this one. And this is how I'm going to track my savings fund. I'm going to gamify it a little bit. So the goal is $1,500 and there are 100 piggy banks. So I just need to figure out how much each piggy bank is going to be and color in a piggy bank, to track the progress. Also, I do have some sinking funds that I will be doing the first half of the year. So I just have to finalize those, but I will definitely be tracking them right here on these pages. I will go ahead and enter the name of the fund, the goal amount, and the goal date, and I will track all my contributions and stuff like that. So another part of savings for me, will be the investments, will be investing. So I have an investment tracker that I am going to go ahead and fill in, as well as a retirement funds tracker, a few different investment accounts. So I will duplicate the page and make one for each account. So I will fill in the start capital. I have to go into my account to see what the start capital is at the moment, and then my contribution goal. And also one more thing, I am also going to be doing 100 shares challenge this year too. So let me show you what that tracker looks like. It is a part of the budget planner and it's under savings challenges and it's 100 shares. So it's going to track 100 shares of, it could be an individual stock or an ETF, hopefully like a dividend ETF or stock. Because could you imagine 100 shares? Oh my goodness. And you can, duplicate this page for any amount of stock or ETF that you like, that you want to set a goal for getting 100 shares of. And I have to go onto the website to get all the data and information from these. So I will fill these off camera. Okay, so for quarter one, what is my main financial focus in quarter one? And that is my income. I need to increase my income. So quarter one main financial focus is going to be an income goal. It's going to be that I need to increase my income. And don't think that you're leaving out any of your other financial goals, because there's spots down, you're still focusing on other financial goals throughout the different months. So my motivation is the same as my why. Why do I want to achieve this goal? This goal will help me do some of the things that I want to do as a mom and as a wife and as a daughter. That is my motivation. That is my why. For quarter one, we're going to break this down into an even smaller chunk. So for January, if I want to bring in $15K divided by 3 months, I need to be bringing home at least $5,000 a month. Woo! At one point in time, that was easy breezy, lemon squeezy. I was doing that easy. Now that I've slowed down and I pretty much enjoy and got used to working part-time. I need to get out of my head and get back on my grind mode. As a nurse, 5K is not hard for me. It shouldn't be hard for me. So yes, so for January, I need to have an income of 5K to total the 15K the 15,000 that I want to have made at the end of the 12 week. Okay, so I want to save $1,500 in my solution fund. So $1,500 divided by 3 months is I need to save $500 each month. So for January, I need to save $500. In February, I need to save $500. And that's just giving me a benchmark or something to work towards. January may be a good month. February may be a jacked up month. And then March I may come hit it out the ballpark. But at the end of the 3 months or the 12 weeks, it totals the $1,500. And for January, I definitely want to complete this no spend. I think that will help me with my budget goal to decrease my variable expenses by 3%. And for my debt reduction goal, $2,000 divided up by 3 months is I would have to put $666 towards debt each month in order for me to achieve that goal within the 12-week time frame. But we're not doing that no 6666 over here. Ain't no omen over here. No, not today. So we're gonna round that up to 667, okay? So I would have to put a minimum of $667 towards debt for January, February, and March. Like I said, some months may be better than others where I can put extra or more than extra, and other months may be not as good to where I may not be able to put that much. But it's just something to focus on because we got our blinders on, we are focusing. And here we go again. Why are these goals important? Once again, your motivation. What is your why? I can go on and on because I even get emotional sometimes just talking about like my why and the motivation behind why I'm doing what I'm doing. And underneath it says to reach these goals, what do I need to do? Who do I need to become to reach January's goals? Who do I need to become? I need to become more intentional with my money. I need to complete that no spend challenge, save some money, put it to where I want it to go, being intentional. Once again, I want it to go towards getting what I want to get my son for his birthday. Let's go over here and review real quick. This is the little journey that you just followed me on today. This is what's going on in my mind. So hopefully you found this video helpful. And if you have not yet hit the subscribe button and or the like button, the thumbs up, I'm not overly aggressive. I'm not like, oh, subscribe and like. You can choose between the two. You can hit either or because why not? So if you've made it to the end of this video, you already know you are a real one and I truly, truly appreciate you. So go ahead and leave in the comments one of your 2025 financial goals. Hopefully it inspires someone who is struggling to create their own financial goals. So thank you once again. And as always continue to become wiser, stronger, and better every day.